I'm here with Kent Austin, the VP of Football Operations and the head coach of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Thank you for being here. This is exciting. First of all, I'm a huge fan of the CFL and the Tiger Cats. So I do have one bone to pick with you. 1989, I still think it goes down, and arguably probably one of the greatest Grey Cups ever. And you
the best one.
You destroyed my hopes of a Grey Cup that year. What a great game that was.
Yeah, it was quite a memory, I think, for both teams. Hamilton played an amazing game. They could have easily won the game.
Well, the catch. I mean, you have Tony Champion going back, broken ribs. Kerrigan gets in the ball.
Yeah.
We thought this is it.
Yeah, I still say to this day that's one of the greatest catches in a pressure situation like that, considering his physical situation at the time. I mean, it was an unbelievable play by Tony. Yeah.
Now you talked to me a little bit about your family. Everybody lives here now.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't just come to be a part of the CFL. You've taken on Canada, and you've moved up here, and you're a part of this community now here in Hamilton.
Yeah, Canada is. I try to tell Canadians all the time, you don't realize how spoiled you are.
Yeah, it's true.
And a lot of the benefits that you have, and the way of life up here, and the people are awesome. You have very little crime and all the other things. I could spout out all the statistics, but it's a great place to live. It's been really great to myself and our family, and basically raising our children up here is what we've done. So it's been a great experience. We love the country quite a bit.
You had a couple of kids, and then you had a boy, Wesley. Mm-hmm. Your wife, Shelley, was pregnant, and you had a miraculous story that happened. Do you mind sharing a little bit about what that was?
Sure. So I used to wear a pager, and we always had a promise between us that if I got 911 and the number, I had to stop what I was doing and call Shelley. And got off the plane one day, and back in Nashville, I'd been out in Houston and got that, which is a little disconcerting.
Yeah.
Disconcerting. Got the news that she had been told by her doctor, who had been her doctor for a very long time, that Wes had, the doctor was actually crying to her on the phone. That's how close they were. That Wes had tested positive for trisomy 18, which is a genetic disorder where chromosomes are missing. It's a very, very bad disease, right, or malady, and it manifests in a lot of different problems.
Sure.
Holes in the heart,
that's
missing organs. They don't. Your baby won't survive.
Sure.
But we're going to believe differently for that one. Mm-hmm. And so we started this process. He subsequently got tested again positive, and so we kind of went on this roller coaster ride of trying to deal with the emotions of what the world was telling us of, that was reality, in the medical world, and what our faith was telling us, and they're juxtaposed in many respects, and it's a hard balancing act because depending upon where you're at and even the time of day, you can jump in and out of both camps, right?
You sure can.
So one night, closer to, so we had a test planned. It was a tri-level ultrasound where you go in. It was at Vanderbilt Hospital, which was a leading pediatric hospital, in the United States, and they wanted to find out all the different things that were going to be wrong with Wes. And the night before we went in, this is the true story. We were up in the bedroom. I was actually asleep, and Shelley hit me on my back to wake me up. Hit me a couple of times, and a
love tap.
Yeah. She doesn't call it that. and said, Kent, I know you don't think this is crazy, but I've just had a vision that Wesley's healed. I said, well, I don't think you're crazy, but explain it to me, And she explained it to me, and she went through the whole process. I won't tell you the whole story. And she said, I know. And the next day was our ultrasound. So this was the night before. It's all true story. We show up at Vanderbilt Hospital the next day. The technician, there's two people. The technician meets us in the hallway, and I'll never forget what she said. She said, no, I just want to prepare you before you go in. We're going to check off, 50, 60 things. I can't remember, it was a big number. and you're going to hear, the stuff that's wrong with your baby. We didn't even know it was a boy at the time, and some people deal with it differently, and
Sure.
it's going to be tough. And then she said, and you have options. Those are the words she used. And my wife looked at her with a big old smile and said, well, if you're referring to abortion, we don't believe in that. That's not going to happen. And by the way, our baby's healed. Because they took a double take.
You're right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I
Of
did the
course.
whole head scratch thing, and I got it right. So she literally walked in the room, popped up on the table. She's cracking jokes with the technician. I mean, they thought we were in complete denial.
Sure.
Obviously.
Of course.
They're delusional. They're trying to deal with this. This is a way of dealing with it. And she just asked them how their day is, and let's get going. Let's get through the test. And I'm sitting there on the side. So they don't want you to look at the monitor.
Right.
But I positioned myself where I was looking at the monitor, right? And so one was doing the other one was doing the manifest of what was wrong, all the ailments. And they literally went one item at a time, all the way down, sitting there. 10 toes, yes. 10 fingers, yes. No holes in the heart, yes. Holes in the brain, nope. Completely, literally one after another, bam, bam, literally like this, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, till they got to the very last item. And I'll never forget the look, on their faces, because it was this like stunned look of, they looked at each other and they looked at my wife and they just said, well, all I can tell you is you have a perfectly healthy baby boy. Wow. Is when they told us that. First it was our boy, and that he was fine.
For some reason, he's here,
That's
and
right.
God stepped in.
Yeah, that's right.
And even when you're dealing with times when he doesn't step in, or it seems like he doesn't step in, I want you to know that he can be trusted. God is good and he loves you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Ken, thank you so much for doing this. It is an honor to meet you, honor to talk to you about football and about your faith.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
Please bring a Grey Cup back to
Yeah,
Hamilton.
we're
If for nobody else, for me.
Yes, I got it.
So
Yeah,
thank you.
we're working hard at that. Absolutely.
you.
Thanks.